And now, broadcasting from their parents' basements, just like Wayne and Garth, it's party time. Yes, it's the Crow Show, with your hosts, Veracity Trigger and Zodiac.
Oh yeah, that was just, dude.
Was it just like it was last time, just bigger?
But I don't know. It had a really better feeling to it. I mean, I don't remember seeing it in theaters when I was 17. I just don't remember.
I know
seeing
I didn't see it in theaters.
I just can't believe that they're going to make an Unbreakable 3 right after we talked about it.
Dude.
It was just decided. It was like decided
Dude.
the day after we talked
Oh, that goes
about
right back to Trigger's theory of everybody steals his shit.
They do. I watch other
Dude, it was like-
YouTubers do the same
like
thing
this-
that
You know
I
what I
just
need you
did.
to start doing then? I
Decided
need
like
you
a
to start
day
talking
after-
about two things on your YouTube channel for me.
it. You getting laid? Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
more often. That would be great.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Okay.
No. Get these ideas out there.
Okay.
Open world zombie game. Not like Days Gone's going to be, because that's.
I thought you
a
wanted
little
me to
bit
give an example.
I'm talking like Walking Dead style. I want to create factions with other people that I randomly meet online and build a camp. And
Man.
fucking
The only way that's
building that camp up until I'm fucking Negan.
well,
Start
the
taking
only,
shit
the
over.
only way that's
War with
going to
other
happen,
camps.
Okay.
honestly,
I guess I won't give examples then.
the only way that's going to happen, honestly, is the same way that World at War started. Just online. Just make it on some based online. It's not going to be a video game.
Well,
That and I want basically the same thing, but with Batman. I want to be able to fucking jump from rooftop to rooftop in Gotham City and stop chicks from getting raped and also find the big crimes.
nah, but dude, that Fifth Element was just amazing to watch again in the theaters. I was watching. I don't know, when you see it in a theater, you know, it just feels like I never got to have that experience. Now I finally get to have that experience. After coming out of the theater, I was thinking, man, I could die happy now. I finally got to see that one in the theater. It took forever.
See, I would have loved to go see it. I wish I could have went tonight. They were doing it at our local theater too, but our local theater is like almost an hour away. So
Why is everybody doing this?
It's the
it's
20th,
the what
20th anniversary. 1997 it came out.
I'm going to be honest. Fifth Element was like not that good of a movie to me.
Well, you're an idiot, so I mean,
Damn,
we can't help you with that one.
it's got a cult following. That's what it is. It wasn't an awesome movie, but it's like
No,
Evil Dead. It's got its huge fan base.
I'd say
I
it was
love
great.
They shave half their heads like fucking
I thought, all right,
Sword.
I see what people liked about it, and I liked it. I just thought that it could have been like way better. I don't
You
know.
could have been way better.
It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. If I see it, put it this way: if I see it on TV, I tend to just watch it. It's a good movie. I mean, Pulp Fiction is another one where if I tend to, but like,
I think it was good. It was about as good as it could be for its time, I think.
Well, I
guess,
mean,
yeah. I don't know. I was just really annoyed. It was.
I'm
Chris
looking
Rock.
forward to they're
was
doing
doing
Terminator
Chris
2
Tucker.
the same way for its
I just
anniversary.
I don't think
Thank
Chris
God, next
Tucker
month.
should have ever been in that movie.
Cool.
I think that was like. I think that if they just would have chose a different actor other than Chris Tucker, because Chris Tucker was like,
I think Prince
myself.
is the only other person that could have done that role.
Prince
Yeah.
could have really
And
done
he
that.
was basically being Space Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. Chris Tucker was just a little too like, what do you do? Like scared all the time. And it's just like, dude, I get that you're scared, but do you have to be loud?
No. It actually is kind of interesting because I think this literally could be what our future is going to look like in the same reality. Because he was a star that could walk around anywhere in real life, and just people would just love him wherever he went. He was basically like, what's that one YouTuber that's pretty famous? That Felix PewDiePie. It's like if
PewDiePie
had a louder
Got
voice
me.
and wore the same kind of costume.
I
Yeah.
agree. A lot of stuff what PewDiePie says. If PewDiePie's famous, it's a wonder I'm not. But I guess PewDiePie just beat me to it because he just talks a lot of nonsense as well.
Well, yeah.
You know, but I'm serious. Like I
You
watched.
See, I don't
some
even
of
know
his
who this
videos.
is.
No, I watched a couple of his videos, and I think he's a funny guy. Like I like him.
Well, Zodiac, you're partly Amish, so you know that's part. That
But
could be why.
I am a busy man.
The thing is, like we're too much to take it. I think it's just like, oh, you got like a PewDiePie talking to whoever Trigger thinks he's like, I don't know. I'm just saying like people don't know what to expect. People are so used to just hearing one person they enjoy listening to. Now you're trying to hear three, and it like throws people off.
Yeah, well, people kind of pick and choose. They pick a person they want to support. They go with it,
I think some of our best shows have been ones where we've had 3 or more people. As far as the conversation keeps moving, people stay interested. Well, as long as, not as far as, I guess.
Well, I don't know. I there's some episodes that I think are really, really good, and they don't really get a lot of love. And then there's some that I think kind of okay, and then you get tons of views on it because it ends up being sort of like
the more relevant pop culture it is, the more views it tends to get.
I think what's going to end up happening in the future, and I really do believe this, is the idea of people creating new stuff is going to be getting boring, and people are going to really love finding back files of other people who did stuff that just never were famous. I really do believe it.
That's
I really think that down the line that's going to become like the thing, like, yo, I dug into this person's like name check and I found all this crap, dude. Like, this dude, like, who the fuck was this guy? And it's just gonna like
you're really getting into the right thing here too, because I think that's really what it's going to end up being, because all we really watch, especially on YouTube and a lot of stuff, is people trying to hype up their game to be like television or be like the movies or whatever. And there's a lot of people that just want raw, uncut, no bullshit kind of feed, and we kind of supply some of that. So I mean, that's that's.
I'm not even necessarily saying that I'll be famous, but I'm saying, like, no matter what, this stuff isn't, unless you choose to take it off your YouTube and I don't make a back copy of it. Like, dude, the other day, my buddy pulled out the small VHS video that you push into a bigger VHS, and we watched a video of when I was 19 or so. Mm-hmm. So it was like 11 years ago, right? Is that right? Did I do the math right? It's only 19. I may have only been 18.
I don't know, I'm a bad friend. I have no idea how old you are.
I'm 30. pretty easy math there. So yeah, like 11 years, and like that was the thing. Like 11 years ago, like, I know that they had CDs and all that, but for the most part, we were still recording on VHSs, and it was kind of fun because it's only 19. It's just like we were doing what you could put that video and maybe get views on it. It wasn't anything, nothing exciting really happened. But like it's the same look. It looks the same as like any video you see nowadays. Like we're just walking around and videoing people, saying whatever we want. At one point in time,
that's the vision of our future. That first Black Mirror episode of season 3. Everyone's just posting their shit out online, getting points. That's that controls the status of their lives.
Yeah. That's kind of true.
I was gonna say that. I was actually thinking that too a couple times. That girl was so annoying in that thing.
So let's step up the game of our podcast and get some fucking likes before we die.
No, but like we were gonna talk about burials and stuff, and originally it was supposed to be we were gonna talk about Mother's Day and stuff, and I'm thinking, how are we gonna mix the two? That'd be interesting if we could find a way.
Well,
I don't know.
What if we just stayed on topic of what we're talking about? What if we don't have to pick a topic? I mean, what if we just talked about?
I'm just saying what we were conversing about beforehand. But if you want to talk about that, that's fine.
I just think it's a more interesting topic. I mean, when we were kids and before social media was really popular, we had that. It was like I remember my parents all the time saying to me, "You got to stop worrying about trying to be so popular." And I was always kind of thinking like, well, yeah, I like to be popular, but it doesn't control my life. I don't know why everybody keeps thinking it controls my life. I mean, I prefer friends over popular friends. Like, but there is kind of this.
Oh, you're also thing. 30 now.
Well, I'm not even back then I was like that, but I do understand. I think that there's this like drive that the natural person wants to be popular, and popularity has changed from being the popular person in your 300 people school or whatever, to 1,000, to getting millions of views. Like it's changed in a sense, but yet somehow
I'm way more popular online than I was in high school.
Like
Yeah.
the ratio is almost the same. I don't think I'm any more popular online than I am in high school or anything. I'm not popular anywhere. I'm just not. I mean, no, we don't have things that are giving us millions of views, and it's mostly because I don't know. We're not supplying.
Hey, we are hitting low double digits, my friend.
Well, all right. What I'm saying is, each one of those things that people are like, why did something get 200 million views? The topic, dude. If all of a sudden we chose to make shitty videos that had amazing, perfect topics, but it had nothing to even do with it, I guarantee we could still get views because people are just clicking. I mean, like, I'm not saying that you don't get, cumulative views if somebody likes your thing, but for the most part, it's all about people.
Are you talking about marketing our show better?
In general. Not
getting people to like and share it and watch it.
I'm talking about like.
I think Zodiac's getting that done.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. I think he's getting it done, and that's what's made us more popular.
Oh yeah, it definitely would have worked better if people had shared the posts on their Facebook pages when I shared them onto the show page.
I got so sick of social media. I mean, I still play Summoner's War to death, but I just think like, what makes it that you know why PewDiePie is popular? Because his name's PewDiePie. I mean, like, come on, it's a good, cute name.
Well, he's got a catchy,
good name. It's catchy.
Catchy thing.
Catchy. It's catchy, and his voice isn't shrilling to listen to. I mean, beyond the middle of that, the information they give. I mean, Trigger.
Also,
I saw the girl at the T-shirt shop write down the name, The Crow Show, on a piece of paper after I was talking to her about making shirts.
Really?
It's like she's checking us out. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, what?
Hi, girl from the T-shirt shop.
It's easy. It seems like it got easier to get along with people in my mind. When you're online, you don't really think, are they good looking? Are they rich? Or like, are they gonna like me?
There is a certain crowd that's going to look at us and they're going to want to watch us live, and they'll be like, I want to see what this person looks like. If they look hot or if they look like shit. You don't want to see this. There's going to be people that are like that, man. There's people that are very, very shallow in that aspect. So
I would say I look like a young Santa Claus.
Dude, I was just kidding when I said that the last time.
Before you went cray.
People just put such a worry on it. You know what I mean? But it's like we're actually making a show. We should be putting a worry on it. I guess everybody's just so full of inner complex. They want to be liked. They want to be good. I was thinking about this. I was telling my wife this the other day earlier about it's all about ambition and focus, and how well you accomplish it. If you want to be liked in something, go accomplish something. Go build a freaking AI robot. Go become the first person to build a better designing robot than's out right now. Get involved in robots.
There's tons of people trying to do that.
Yeah, tons of people. But they're just as important as YouTubers. You know what I mean? What are YouTubers? Are these? But those people are probably listening to YouTubers and smoking some weed or something and being like, "Oh yeah, that's."
You know what?
They maybe open the doors and they think, it's all access. We're trying to get things across. We're trying to accomplish.
Exactly. And here's the thing, guys. Like, we talked about this so many years ago before YouTube was even slightly popular. We tried doing some kind of, I don't know what the hell we did, but we tried it out a little bit, and then we just kept playing games after a while. And it's just been in my mind for the longest time. I'm like, you know what? This is just kind of fun to do, just to hang out with you guys and talk. And some people, when they hear that, they're like, hey, that's cool. I like to listen to it. So, bam. Put two things together.
That's kind of why I like doing it. It's therapeutic to get on here.
Yeah, that's why I like doing it. That's why I have a YouTube in general, because sometimes I like to save things that I liked, and I want to put it on my YouTube.
I almost think it's kind of a blessing for YouTube to be around at the time and age, of now, to be able to do something like this. Because just imagine, like, we'd want to do something like this and there wasn't any kind of platform for this at all. I mean, yeah, there's websites and stuff, but like everybody's got to go to that one particular website.
It would be old school. Like, we'd have to do this on Angel Fire. We'd have to use tons of different types of recording software.
I know.
It'd be a pain in the ass.
I know.
That's how podcasts started, though.
Yeah. You know, people wanting to do something like this. I think what you have is the right message, BC, with, you know, perseverance, because that's really what it comes down to in life. I mean, a lot of people don't, you know, give a lot of things credit, but you persevere at something, you know.
The thing is, we just have to be careful because, you know, the world is so susceptible, and everybody wants to, you know, everybody always wants to say everybody else, but we're all so easy to it. We hear a good idea like the television, and it's like, it's awesome. Suddenly the president's able to speak to us every day, and this genius invention that now just turned into ha 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 and trash. I mean, don't get me wrong, I watch TV and I think it's hilarious. You know, it makes me. It's like keeping you out of depression, but at the same time, it's like keeping you in depression because you're allowing yourself to be subjected to it.
Well,
and you
yeah,
know
I think the problem with that is the fact that the way TV started, you know, programming, is just they put something in front of you and you're kind of forced to watch it no matter what. You can't say anything back to it. You can't reply in any way. And I think that's where TV just went too far, you know, where they're just showing you things, and after a while you don't have a choice but to watch it. I mean, there wasn't anything else. You
right.
know?
There isn't much else.
Well, there was always go outside or read a book, but people would rather watch TV.
Yeah, but you know what?
But
That's kind of a lie at that point.
But if you want to stay in the socialness of the media, you kind of are forced into it, and then at that point, you know, you can't say anything against it. You can't leave a bad comment. I fucking hate this shit. Please turn this off. You can't thumbs down it. You can't do any of that.
Going outside isn't
you
as
can't
easy
now.
as Zodiac. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
Going outside isn't the same anymore. I mean, going outside. And
it's true.
It's true. You're right. Probably a group of kids could find a good soccer field and play pickup game of soccer, you know. And I mean, I'd be all for it, dude. But most of the reason they don't accomplish it is just because, I don't know, no one's like a good enough leader to accomplish it. Like you need a parent to be like, let's organize a league. You know?
I mean, I would totally do that if I could walk.
I mean, but it's difficult. This stuff is difficult. You know, I mean. Just saying, like, society's accomplished a lot of good things, and you're right, you can still go outside, but like with the technology thing, it's not, it's more sporadic. It's more like, hey, I like that, let's keep it going, you know, the earpiece in your ear. Like I said, we're just now getting into like the glasses idea, the idea of having a third eye so you can easily record I had that idea years ago, but it's like, so did other people, I guess, but I didn't invent it.
Oh,
so
like the Google Glass.
I mean,
that tanked.
But dude,
it was a good idea, but
it
looked too stupid.
No,
that was the problem.
BC, they have GoPros. I mean, people just put GoPros on their helmet if they're, you know, motorcycling now. I've seen someone make a really cool rig with that. You know, people carry the cameras around everywhere. But you look at people that do YouTube that just show off their whole lives. And, you know, they have their own personal blogs and they just show off their whole life exactly as how it's happening. And it reminds me so much of the Chris Rock part in the Fifth Element movie where he's just displaying his life and he's just become this superstar, you know, and wherever he goes, that is where the show is. And I see these other YouTubers doing the same exact thing. It's like, it's going that direction. That's what I see, you know, and as funny as that was.
What's the overall reason? I think, it's not like they've come up with something that's going to save the world. No,
it's just about their own life. It's just, dude, it's just vanity. It's just a big vanity plate, you know, that other people want to watch. And then, you know, like the movie In the Circle, they did it in there too.
Wasn't that essentially what we're doing too?
Yeah.
Not exactly. I mean, we're not walking around sharing our lives once a week.
I don't think
conversation about things.
Is doing it in a malicious vanity
to an extent, yeah.
This is more of a discussion platform.
Are we looking at buying T-shirts we can wear around to advertise?
Yeah. I mean, if we actually make some of those, so I'd like to get some of the credit for that art, though.
Contribute for that. But...
send me some.
It's like $200 for 10 shirts.
Yeah, I can get you 10 shirts cheaper than that. I know a place we used to get our band shirts at. This is off topic to the thing. You know, I can get you 10 T-shirts. We can get that logo.
Yeah, if we could get some T-shirts, it'd be kind of cool.
I can get you at least 20 for $200. I think it was like 10 a shirt. I think it was even cheaper than that.
I'd be pretty happy to have some of the shirts made. Some of those are my art. The one that you're talking about,
I think
the white.
They're all your art that I'm looking at.
Oh yeah.
No, not the white ones. That's
Oh
chaos.
no, the anonymous logo one that I
And
wanted to get.
the crow that looks like a hawk or something. It's got the spread
The
eagle
spread
one.
eagle crow.
I'm just saying, like, I've said it before. I believe in my dream. Like, what's my dream? I want to
That
find
one
the
day-
right group of people to get together to save the planet.
What, we're
Like,
gonna
that's
make a
what I
Captain
want.
Planet episode now? Is that
Yeah,
what we're
like the
fucking
planet's
doing?
here. It's like, do
It's
we get
not-
special rings?
I was gonna say that. Can I be the
I
red
don't
one?
think you guys are in my group.
Dibs on
You
fire.
guys are, I didn't say you guys are in
I
my
just
group.
asked
I'm
for
talking-
that.
We need some like real engineers and scientists things. I don't know exactly what we need. I don't even know the idea of what we need. I'm
Yeah.
talking like we just need somebody to like cut the bullshit. I'm not going to get on it like that one night I ranted like crazy about it.
Well,
I'm just saying
maybe if we
I'm not
make a
even sure
rant,
how we got here.
bullshit happens only because we allow it. That's
Maybe
the
if-
bottom line.
maybe if we make a rant on Bill Nye, we'll find a real scientist that wants to talk to us. Maybe we'll
Nah.
do that.
I'm
Like-
saying that all right, I watched the person today at the grocery store pull out fast, drive fast, blow through a stop sign, and then speed back up so they could turn around. And I
Oh,
decided to.
I almost
not
thought
grab
everything you said was an
closest
innuendo.
to me. No, they were just going way too fast in the parking lot, and I
Okay.
decided not to grab the closest thing and just throw it at their car and hope I could maybe stop them because I couldn't get their license plate. But I'm saying, I see this all the time. These people are just not everybody. Some people want to live in the natural order of things, but they're like these people. Maybe it all happens to us sometimes, and it's not like I can't say like somebody.
Those
just
people
did-
are called dicks.
Yeah, but we're all dicks sometimes. Like every once in a while, we do it. Sometimes it's unintentional with driving. Driving changed the way that people see each other. Like, oh, that motherfucker just passed me. Before it would take.
Oh,
a
I
while
love
for
those
someone to
guys.
be a motherfucker.
You
Like,
pass
they would
them on the
have to-
highway, they get their fucking ego hurt, and they got to speed up and try and pass you.
I got a
Oh,
problem
yeah.
with people.
Love
not
those
yielding.
guys. Like, yeah,
Yo, if you
bitch,
got
I
a
passed
yield
you in a
sign-
Kia. Deal with it.
If you got a yield sign, you got fucking yield. All right?
Right.
I don't care if you think you get to go. I'm already doing 70. You're not going to do 80 and get in front of me because your pickup truck can't get up to 80 fast enough. I'm sorry. Don't be fucking cutting me off and stuff, man.
Well, technically, you're supposed to
Hate
let them
that.
in because that's the rules.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not-
supposed to move over and let them in.
Dude,
I'm not.
If it's only a 2-lane highway, then yes, you
BC,
are.
BC, if you moved to Ireland or a European country, then you would be in the right. Yeah.
I
But
think
here-
maybe it depends on the state.
Well, Ireland is like
No,
that. You have to
Yield means
wait.
Yield.
You
Yield
have to
doesn't
wait.
mean they should get over because then I should have a sign that says merge over or something like that. They
Sure.
have a sign called yield. That means yield. They yield.
I know,
It's-
but the United States isn't that intelligent when it comes to that. It should.
Yeah,
it
but
should,
you're making up laws so you can be generous because that's what they want you to do. That's what everybody wants everybody to do. Keep being submissive and help the other guy out and all that. You're like,
Well, that's like people up here where I live. They think that pedestrians have the right of way everywhere.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
no,
exactly,
no, that's
exactly.
just if you're already in the crosswalk. Like
Exactly.
if you're
I
halfway
agree with
across
that.
the
That's
street,
why it's
I have
called
to stop.
jaywalking. That's why jaywalking exists. Pedestrians don't have the right to go anywhere. Like, I agree with you 100%.
Right? I have to deal with that coming up my street every day.
I'm just saying, like, the blowing of the stop signs and stuff, like, I'm guilty of it sometimes too, but, like, it's getting out of hand amongst everybody. Like, everybody's just making their own choice on laws. Even the police officers, they have their own law, and the judge has their own. Nobody really, like, nobody's, like, just looking it up and being like, well, looks like this is a $25 fine.
yeah.
It's like, oh, let the judge decide. The judge's like, you were going how? It was what time? I get it, man. You trying to get home from work, see your family. All right, whatever. Just 2 points on your license.
Oh
or
no!
$50
Oh no!
fine.
Most of them don't care, but sometimes you go out to those little rural places. Like when I just took my drive to Florida, I just took a different route than I was used to because I was like, I'm gonna take a little scenic route here. Start going down the road, cop pulls me over and they're like, you don't have a license plate on your front. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't had one on there for like 10 years. All right, he's like, well, you know that it's not legal. I could go back there and write you a citation, or you could sign this paper down. I'm like, yeah, but no one's pulled it up. He's like, just hang on a second. Would you like a citation, or would you like? I'm like, "Jeez, dude, let me get to fucking speak." And then he started complimenting me on my coat and trying to make me feel good and stuff. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I mean, so I had to go drill
Was it a
holes.
You don't need license plates in Pennsylvania in the front.
No, I know, and
No.
where I put it, you can't even see half of it, so it doesn't make any fucking sense, anyways. You know, and I got it all approved and everything, but it's like, what's the big fucking, you know, my dad used to have fake license plates on the front of his vehicle, and he just, nobody ever said anything. You know, what happened to that? I don't know. It just seems like there's certain areas where
you don't need a
I
license
actually
plate.
failed my last state inspection on my vehicle because I had a skull and crossbones plate on the front that's been there for 11 years since when I first bought the car.
Yeah, but what's the deal?
I've
They
never
can't-
had any other plate on the front. And
Yeah,
then
but
they
in Pennsylvania, you
not
don't
having the
need a
plate.
license plate. I don't have one in the front. You don't need it.
And it's not, the thing is, back in the old
I
days,
know.
they'd be like, hey, you need to have your license plate on the front. And I'd be like, oh, okay, it's in the trunk. Hold on a sec. Now the way they do the inspections, it's just, it goes in, it comes out, you pass, fail. You don't get to talk to the mechanic, nothing.
Man, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I don't
strange
even
in
have
some
two
places.
license plates.
I think the guy just wanted to have something to do because he was probably just sitting there all day, and he's like,
That's
you
what I'm
find
saying.
an excuse.
Who knows what the reason is, dude? Who knows what the reason is? That's what I'm saying. It also comes down to people's situations. For all you know, he was getting busted on earlier in the day. They're like, you haven't pulled over anybody in the last 3 days. Like, what the heck's wrong with you?
Exactly.
It's like nobody's
He
doing
didn't
anything
meet his
wrong.
quota.
Yep.
He had to meet a quota, probably.
Who knows? Who knows exactly or anything? Like, what if
My
they
wife
just said,
got pulled over by, like Frank was saying earlier, the rural cops. Like, we're in a real rural area here.
Oh yeah.
And
what if?
the local cops pulled her over a couple months ago because I failed that inspection. So I had the plate and they failed me for emissions, so I had to go get my emissions fixed. I said, so I got to pay the ticket, then I got to pay for the repair shop, and then I got to go get it inspected again.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's
So
a-
I still had like a week left to get it inspected again, and the local cops pulled my wife over one night while she was coming to pick me up from work just to give her shit about my sticker. Well, he's only got a week left. She's like, he just got the car fixed.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like, I made the money. That extra $200 you charged me fucking didn't help anything.
I feel like I feel like I don't really understand how the systems work with like you ever get pulled over and then you get pulled over again later in the day. Like
No.
Yeah.
it seems like they're just like out for you or something. Or like I'll get pulled over sometimes and it seems like earlier that like I had like 3 or 4 like it's almost like they just like they somebody ran my plate and just decided to be like mark him. And like every other police officer the whole rest of the day like they see that car.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if it's like,
Dude, you got
I've
tagged.
had that where it just piles on.
Dude, you got tagged. They'll do that shit. They'll tag one person and you become the proverbial bitch for that day. So if somebody else finds you again, I'd be like, did he do what he was supposed to do? Like if you have a light out, you're driving around. Let's say you don't have the chance to fix your light. You got to go home. There's some kind of big thing that happens or something.
Yep, I've had that happen.
And then you go out again, and another
For 6
cop's out
months.
there, and because they have their patrols equipped with cameras that will look for license plates purposely, and it'll just they'll tag a license plate, and you could be tagged. It'll come back up, and then they'll go out and hunt you down again.
I just think that it's like most of the police force nowadays isn't necessarily like being out. You ever notice how there's fewer and fewer cars? It's like it seems like they're only doing disturbance calls and stuff, like the calls, and if they know you're doing something they want to watch you and follow you. Like it doesn't seem like they're
they can't
wasting
stop.
gas anymore, just following you, at least in my area. I hardly ever
Oh,
see
no.
them out.
Yeah, man.
Speeding tickets are like, it seems like I can just speed any day I want because I never see a freaking cop.
No, you only
Oh
see
yeah,
that in the
I
summertime
do
too much.
70 and a 55 all day, every day on
Yeah.
the local highway.
Like for the and then it seems like then one day it's like their job is to all get out there and give as many tickets as they can, and it's like they've been watching you on the cameras the entire month. Like this guy's been going. We're gonna if we can.
I'll give you guys a hint though.
We know his route today.
I'll give you guys
it's like,
a hint.
What's that TV show? Point of Contact. Like they just follow you around. They follow every person. Like
Do you
time
guys
to give out the tickets.
Do you guys want a hint to know when that is?
Are you going to say end of the month?
Nope. Watch the cycles of the moon. You'll know how much and how often they're out at.
It's all linked to the premenstrual cycles of women as well.
I don't know about that, but it's basically...
That explains the rise in bears also.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, look at the full moon cycles, and you'll see that there is definitely something to do with that. I think they've correlated more crime to being having a full moon out. I think that has something to do with that. So
Yeah, it's because women get their menstrual cycles around the full moon.
well, I didn't know that.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, and all the
Okay.
guys are like, fuck it. Jail's
It's just because the moon pushes the way. It's like it's always windy on a full moon day. Ever notice that? Same thing. It's windy in a woman. Yeah, they all get
They all get winded.
they all get that windy down there. Some of them get gusts of wind and it really hurts. And some of them it's just
You should write books for young women going through the change.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think that's a very good idea. The mother would just like, let me see this book. Oh,
What's he even talking about here?
who told you about this? Let me Google this guy.
Is,
The Crow Show.
is this his
What is
cell
this?
phone number in the back of the book?
It's just his handwritten pages.
There's
This is crayon. that was
spills all over this.
All it says is youtube.com/The Crow Show. Is that what we are even?
No.
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 No,
Don't have to.
I can make a website.
You better take that before someone else does and calls themselves The Crow Show.
Nah, I'll just contest it and take it down.
Good luck.
They
Hey, ain't
somehow
no thing for
they
me.
just invest like $500 into it and
Dude,
get,
you should see.
way more
You know,
views than
you
us
know when
right
I play
away.
games, you know how
And
much
we'll
good
be
luck
the
I get.
phonies. We'll be the phonies. It's like, would you please stop doing your Crow Show because you're taking away from the real Crow Show?
Get a cease and
Like,
desist.
no. We've been
I'll
Crow for
throw
like
back
6
at 'em.
years.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna ever happen.
Okay. Way to put the challenge out there.
No, nobody's gonna challenge me, man. No
Better take
one's
that.
gonna
No one
challenge me.
dares.
No one
Yeah, no one
dares.
cares.
No, it's actually kind of true. No one dares challenge me.
I'll just edit this out.
Editing anything
Take
out.
that.
Let's take care of it in post.
I don't
Well,
even
damn
remember
it! Now I gotta do this before I even upload this thing, don't I?
I don't know.
Yeah. Again, I think
Possibly.
Zodiac hit it on the neck. Nobody cares.
Some people do care though.
Oh, I said dares. I said nobody dares.
Oh, I thought you said nobody cares. I'm gonna.
Well, that
completely
too, I
different Sunday.
guess.
Yeah. That'd be-
Probably a bigger chance of that.
Yeah.
The Crow. You know, we
Mhm.
just
It's okay. We hold ourselves in high esteem. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I just
It does matter.
I just like the name The Crow. You know, like when you told me, hey, you want to be in The Crow, and I was kind of like, well, the Justice League was my last group of people, and yeah, I guess I can do The Crow. I mean, what's The Crow? And the movie. You never seen the movie? And I was like, well, this is going to be a very common thing you guys are going to say to me.
Forever
Yeah.
and ever.
You never seen that? You don't know what we're talking about? You don't know who so-and-so is?
Yeah.
Plus, at the time, I was really into sniping, and it was pretty close to Hawk, which is a sniping clan. So I was cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was deadly. I mean, as like a first-person shooter group, like you wouldn't want to mess with a bunch of crows. Like, because I thought Cowboy Bebop, from the anime side things, of the crows were just so whatever the word is. Just
I don't know.
what is the word?
Cinematography?
Cinema. Hakuna Matata?
Cinnamon
Cinematata?
Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon toast. Perfect.
So,
No, I mean,
Powdered
yeah,
toast.
if you
I just thought like the crows were, like the idea of a bunch of crows, like a murder of crows playing a first-person shooter was a pretty cool idea,
yeah,
Except
well,
for the part where we did the caca thing.
what, you didn't like that?
Super lame.
That's what we've been doing for so long, man. I thought the
can't
lameness
believe-
of it made it cool.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, we should have all just had like real crows that we would have. But you can't emulate that sound of a crow call.
No, I'm
No,
kidding. It
that's
was
kinda-
fun as shit when we were doing it.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
looking back, it's like, damn, that was kind of dumb.
You remember the motto you came up with, Zodiac?
no way, we destroyed.
Oh yeah, crows before hose.
Crows before hoes. We just bastardize everything that comes in our way. Make it our own.
I think it makes sense, and I still stand by that while gaming. If I'm playing with somebody else and there's more than one crow person online, I'm gonna go play with them.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I've made that
That's-
apology before too, like to somebody like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got buddies inviting me to go play Call of Duty right now. Crows before hoes. I gotta go."
it's really like it's the crows and all that.
What's a crow? I'm like, nope, I'm out.
Well, we're a murder of crows, so we have to stick together with what we're good at.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when you see a team of 6, it's just like, like you already know, just based off the idea that they're crows. It's like, they're gonna be like scavengers. Like, I'm not gonna want to deal with these guys playing a first-person shooter. Like,
Yeah.
always kind of like digging at you, camping, probably waiting for the.
I don't know, man. I play Call of Duty now, and it's like I feel like Black Ops 2 is where my jersey should have been hung from the rafters. I should have hung it up then.
Yeah. No, you
I
had
never
this.
even
You had
got
the
a
quick
jersey.
scope skills down really well there. I remember we had this one game against all each other, and we were going back and forth. It was really fun having the snipers, for that one. I don't know if you remember that, but we were going back and forth, me, you, and BC, just shoot, quick scoping each other with that one game.
Yeah, it
we
was
had.
good times.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
reminds me of,
really
like,
cool.
One of the 500 times we did that.
Well, I love the load
Maybe
start
just
from
found
that.
a fun way to do snipers only with Ghost right now. It's been a lot
Really?
of fun.
What is it?
He just picks a class, and that's what the a sniper class, and that's what the bots have to use.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, we're all bare
Ghost is
minimum
so
too,
custom-
but
Ghost was so customizable.
Yeah.
I
I
think
like
that's
Black
what made
Ops
it so much
2.
fun because we've always been big fans of custom nights.
Hmm.
That's because we had more than 6 people a lot.
Well, we
Yeah.
still do. Just we haven't been doing
We
that
still
for a
do
while.
sometimes with Ghosts, yeah.
Well, I mean, we've been in like a multi-gaming clan for quite some time, because we were trying to decide, should we just stick with this or be multi-gaming?
I have-
Basically, the main platform
I
has
have
been
a
Call of
mind-
Duty, but
I have a Minecraft Crow castle.
Always. I remember. Is that the same one I helped build?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I mean,
Like that one time.
it's like,
that one time at band
nowhere
camp.
near done. There's like nowhere near done what I envisioned. But
We're crow everywhere I go. Doesn't matter what game it is.
Yeah, if there's a group to be, I always would pick Crow because you never know if it would take off. You want to make sure that you're going to be in that Crow group. Like you
I know.
be missed out
I mean,
on that.
If you
Somebody
guys would
comes
come over,
to it.
if you guys would come over and play Burgundine with me, we'd make a whole Burgundine Crow clan night. We'd do that.
Just not
That's-
my cup of tea.
And I mentioned this to Trigger earlier, but Zodiac, it's like just like a reference. Like if we could ever get like a saucy dwarf back, because I feel like we just like we were so Call of Duty oriented with that dang. It was Ghost that did it.
It was
all
Clan
Clan
Wars.
Wars on
the
Ghost.
Clan
Yeah.
Wars. We like ended up booting him out, you know. But it's
That
like,
wasn't our fault
Saucy,
though. He wasn't
Saucy
playing
Dwarf
at
Man
all.
is still like a crow because he was playing other games,
I-
man. You know, he was
Yeah, I never deleted him off my friends list. He doesn't play anymore at all.
he
No.
doesn't play anymore. I don't see
No,
him
I mean we
anymore.
made that we made that really specific. You know, if people weren't going to play at all, and they're in the clan, that it forces us into higher tiers,
Yeah, but
and then
that was just
that extra person then somebody else has to make up for that person's
Yeah, that
weight.
was politics back in the day. It doesn't matter now.
I just saying, like, to me, The Crow is like a modern day man show. Like, it's you can have, you know, any sex in it. It doesn't really matter to me. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
we love
it's
to have
about-
some
it's
females
about
join
being a
us, and
little bit
we've had
funny.
some, but
We're just
I don't know.
basically we're a discussion panel show. That's what I classify us as.
yeah,
We get on, we shoot the shit.
yeah. The
I-
original
I-
man
I
show,
classify
actually,
it
when
as
you watch that
entertainment,
again,
so.
it was pretty bad. I'm just saying, like, you know, anything can go. Like I'm open for open discussion. If all of us, you know,
Mhm. Yeah, mostly what we've been for the longest time, pretty much since the beginning, is just we just shoot the shit a lot, and then we'll play some games here and there. So that's pretty much been the whole point of it. But we're kind of like-minded people, you know. I would say. You know, we
the
definitely
most
have
part.
we disagree on different things. That's for sure. I mean, there's tons of people in our clan that disagree on all kinds of things. And there's this one, you know, member that I want to get on, but he says he's going to argue everybody if he gets on. So I don't think he's ever going to show. But
that
you know,
was that Agamar.
yeah, because you know, like I
Hagamar
was,
would be fun to have on.
yeah,
He's a busy
Right.
man too, though.
that's true.
Can't blame him.
hmm But it's pretty much, I mean, for people that are watching this now, it's pretty much just been us three since the beginning. We've been the core members of this whole thing, and
Yep.
we just kind of rally everybody to us just because of our charisma and coolness and deviousness and
Real
awesomeness
good looks.
and devilishly good looks. And what else? What else is there, Brad? BC, just, you know, take it from here, I guess.
So I
Let's
started
not
playing
forget
Rocket
can't forget about that dick. They love it.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
I started playing a game of Rocket League.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm. Okay.
This
Did
is
you win?
No, I really
actually didn't play any
helped
games
them put a
tonight.
goal
Hmm.
in to the team.
I almost bought Titanfall 2 today. It was very tempting because it was like $20.
I thought you were going to go for that for Honored game.
I wanted to, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like spending the money on it.
You just can't do medieval stuff, man. That's who
I
you
can.
are.
I like it. It's just cheap. I'm cheap.
No, because let's discuss a few things here, okay? So, there was this other game that you were going to live stream, but you did it once or twice and you quit. And I was going to join in with you and you never came back to it.
That was a time issue.
Okay. I never actually asked you about
I'm a
Brigandine,
full-time
but
college student who also works just about
And-
full-time, so
I know
I don't
BC's
have a
talked,
lot of free time.
but
What's the
BC's
question?
talked to you a lot about that other game that he likes, and you haven't played that either.
Which one?
The medieval one with the what is it, BC? It's your phone app game that you always talk about.
Summoner's
Oh,
War?
Summoner's War.
I
Yeah.
did play it for about a week. I didn't like it.
See? And then for Honored, you're just not into medieval warfare, man.
For Honor, I like, but it's still like $60 to buy new.
Yeah, but you could make that same argument for any Call of Duty game or any Battlefield game too. You know?
Hey, I did kick in $23 with my kid today because he only had 40, and went out and bought Injustice 2.
Yeah, but that's not a medieval game.
No, it's not. It's way better.
I gotta go.
That's
to
my
Spain in
point.
September. So I'm trying to save some money when I go to Spain.
Exactly. I'm also putting money aside because we're going on a cruise next year.
Yeah, I got a golf tournament next year too.
So I still got like $1,500 to pay.
So where are you gonna cruise to?
I forget.
Don't wanna say right
I just
now.
know we're going. The wife's setting it up. I'm probably going to disappear somewhere along the way, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not partial to cruises, but I mean, if I had a girlfriend, that'd be nice. But I don't know. It's like when I watched the movie The Fifth Element, I just kept thinking about that the whole time. I don't know if I told you guys this, but no, actually I did tell you this. But when I was younger and I was on one of those dating sites, I was on eHarmony at one point, and I was looking at this one girl's profile, and there was no picture, no nothing. It just said M. That's it. And it said that her location was Hawaii, and she did not want to discuss her position as far as her job goes and everything. And it was just at that point I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I don't want to do this anymore. And I ended up looking, that up, and Milla Jovovich would go by just the initial M, and she lives in Hawaii. And I thought, there's no way they matched me up with her.
No, there's not.
No, there's not.
It can't possibly be.
No,
I was
you're
thinking
absolutely right.
that's got to be some kind of troll. But then I was thinking,
it is.
oh man, I wonder the
Nope.
possibilities.
Nope.
Man, don't rain on my parade. It's already raining out here as it is. Fucking assholes. Milla Jovovich, if you're
And
watching
then
this,
even if she did,
I might have been one of the candidates for you to date. I wish I would have stuck with that, but
Milla Jovovich isn't using eHarmony, bro.
maybe she had an agent put her on there. I don't know. This is back.
What? I don't think she needs dating apps. Like, her opening line just has to be, "Hi, I'm Milla Jovovich."
Well, how do I know, man? It's not like I'm psychic or anything. I don't know, man. I always wondered about that. It was pretty much at that point in time I was like, you know what? I'm done with this thing because this is just weird. I just turned it off. Haven't tried it since.
My
But
wife is so silly.
I've had other people tell me, and for a lot of my life, I don't really want to use a dating site of any kind. I would just like it to just naturally happen, but I don't know. It's like when I watch The Fifth Element, that's basically what I want. I just want the perfect woman, but I'm never gonna find it. I don't know if I'm ever gonna find that. It's like I should make a dating profile and just put up Milla Jovovich's picture and say, "I'm looking for the perfect woman. This woman. If you're not this woman, don't contact me," and just leave it at that.
Isn't she married?
I don't care.
Homewrecker.
I'm just kidding. Well, if she is, then I guess that sucks.
Pretty sure.
There you go,
I
Milla.
always said-
Balls in your
I-
court.
What?
I said, there you go, Milla. Balls in your court.
Oh yeah.
If you leave him, he will come.
Yep.
Probably prematurely.
No. I'm not going to go into that, but no. We won't get too
Maybe the
personal
first
here.
time.
Women don't have. No, I'm not. Let's not go. We're not. We already did the whole sex episode before. I don't want to go into that. Let's stick to topic. Let's. I should play some.
topic?
I should play some spooky music because it's thunderstorming out here, so probably hear the
I
thunderstorm.
wonder what the safest odds are to making money in roulette. Possibly, I guess it's like 50-50.
I always bet on black.
But I mean, like, I don't think
Is
there's
that a
way
true
to
thing?
kinda-
Is that a true thing? I always bet on black.
No
Or
idea.
is it just kind of even? Because I don't
think
know.
that was
I
from
like.
a movie.
Well, I mean, I was actually good at craps. I can play craps, and I've got very good luck with that to win. I won back all the money I lost from playing Texas Hold'em, playing craps.
Texas Hold'em goes so fast in casinos. You have to really be like a. It's not like you're shooting the shit. It's on you, bro. What do you want to do?
I know.
I'll just call. All right, good. On to the next person. Call. It's on you. What you want to do, man? I'm just gonna fold. All right, man. Fold. Call.
Did you get like kill pots and stuff too?
Huh?
You get kill pots too, where you go?
Kill pops.
Well, like when I was doing it, they had like every fourth or fifth turn they had a kill, or like a kill hand or a kill pot or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I don't play Texas Hold'em that much, but they put down this chip that guarantees that you have to like ante up $5.
Oh, small blind, big blinds. You mean?
Maybe. I'm not a big Texas Hold'em player. I can't tell you, but maybe
small
you know
blinds,
more.
big blinds. Yeah. Sometimes you got to put in, if you're playing like 10, sometimes you got to put in, 10 cents or 5 cents or whatever, $10, $5, whatever you play. It's expensive though. That's the thing. Like it goes so fast that, man, you it's not like blackjack. Like you can spend money and play blackjack too. Like,
oh yeah, but the only hands that are winning are people
putting 20 down and realize that you got to split. Now I'll double down. Oh shit, I'm at $80 already. Like,
yeah, but the only people that are in are the people with a pair of bullets or a pair of kings, and that's like pretty much the only people that are winning like over and over again out of a table of 9 people. And it's like fucking A. There's no, it's just there's no challenge. Like you just have to stay until you only stay if you have the kings or the aces.
It's all about. It is about the odds. What are the odds that they have it? And, how are they playing it like they would have it? Of course, they're going to play it like they would have it. They have to at that point. But do they really have it?
I guess from watching too many.
I won one tournament one time at a small bar. It's probably like, I don't know, 30, 40 people. When I won it, I took it. When it came down, and I was already chip lead by the time I came into like the last table. And I just played it strong the whole way, and I took everyone down quick. Like I had to, just by making them fold off the small big blinds. That's how you have to do it. If you're chip lead, you have to like muscle them. It's like business. You got to take out the smaller people. In Monopoly, you can't like let them float.
No. But that's a good strategic way of thinking, BC. Honestly. I don't disagree with you on that at all. But
I don't know shit about gambling.
Yeah, I didn't think you did it at all, man. I mean, you just have to have like extra money to want to go and do it.
I stopped playing
seriously.
gambling. I had a bad experience last time I played, and I mean I'm still friends with the guy, but I just really felt like there was a little bit of cheating involved. The guy just kept looking at my burn.
You kind of told me about that.
The guy kept looking at my burn cards all night long for like an hour and a half. He looked at everybody's burn cards the whole night, didn't play.
Well, because he's
decided to
looking
play
at your
after an hour
tell.
and a half.
He's fucking looking at your tell, man.
I still wanted to start beating him. I still started, and he was a math teacher. I don't.
Oh God.
I still had a problem. Like I still started winning, and then we called it because it was 3 a.m, and I ended up breaking out even on what I had. But I was chip stacked on both of them combined, and because he was late into it anyway, him and the host. I mean, they're good poker players; they play, but I know how to like play. I mean, I know what.
Sure, but dude, he was trying
sometimes.
He was trying to hustle you. He was trying to hustle you.
Yeah, and I said it, and I was like, yo, you can't be playing now. You've been looking at, and everyone's like, nah, it's a friendly game, and I was like, yeah, I guess, but there's money involved.
Friendly game, my ass.
And my other buddy kind of looked at me and he's like, I agree with you. Like, and I was just like, yeah, it was tough. I mean, it is just burn cards. I get it. The guy really didn't.
No.
Been friends for a long time.
No, BC.
So
if you talk to really serious poker players, they will tell you. Like even my other friend who does some Brigadier with me, he'll tell me if we're playing it. He's like, you didn't pay to look at that. You can't, if you didn't pay to look at it, you can't look at it. That's not legal. That's what he'll tell me. Now, I don't know, I mean, he does play poker on Monday nights and stuff, just for fun, but he'll win.
That was my bad experience, and I just haven't played. They offered one more game since then. I just didn't go to it, I think. I just said I'm done with on-hand gambling, because that's the other half of it, is if you can cheat, you would. If you see that guy's cards, well, that guy's got an 8. That's one less 8 in the actual fraction of things, and there's 2 8s out the board, and I have another 8, so I'm guaranteeing that he's, but I already know his other card because I saw it, so it's like a guaranteed win. Like, you have to be careful on just that. Like, you cannot let other people see your cards. Like, dude, they will try to cheat. Anyway,
Oh,
people
definitely,
can cheat, they will
definitely. Because even
I
if you
mean-
don't think you want to, just by seeing it, even if somebody accidentally shows it to you, you're thinking, okay, well, I know what they have. I didn't mean to look, but I know what they have, and I can try to calculate this. You're just going to do it naturally. It doesn't matter if you're trying to or not trying to. Like, if you can just see it, it's just going to happen. It's just instinctual. You're just going to do it. But, like, I'll tell you, even, like, one of my old bosses from my lift company, he would invite people over to his house and have them pay $1,000 to sit in. I mean, this was some serious gambling shit. $1,000 to sit in. So you had about 10 people, so there was like $10,000 on the table. And he would pretty much almost always win this stuff. And one of the coworkers that was with me wanted to go and sit in one of these tables, and he starts telling me the fucking story, dude. And he gets about halfway through the middle of the story. I said, "You bought back in, didn't you?" And he's like, "And I bought back in." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you lost $2,000. And end of the story, yes, he lost $2,000, but he was just going on with it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what if he did that too? He's checking out the burn cards.
One time,
and
let me tell you. One time, I used to play it where I worked at. They used to host these tournaments, and then this one black guy, this cool guy, he's like, "Yo, I know a place we can play at." It was a pizza shop really far away. Well, I met. Like, everybody was like, you could buy back in if you wanted there. So it's like almost like play as long as you wanted, but the shots were cheap and all that. So, it was like after hours drinking and all that. It was a fun time. But I remember I went in on like an 8-10 offsuit or something, and I paired it. It was like I got like an 8 and 10 out on the flop or turn or whatever it was. And this guy, when I showed my cards and I won the hand, because he was trying like bluffing on a straight or something like that, he got so mad. Or like I got a full house on like the last one or something. Like I got like a 10.
Yeah.
It was 2 8s or something. I don't remember exactly how, but when he saw my cards, he's like, "You raised?" He's like, "You raised on an 8-10 offsuit?" And he got so mad at me, and I'm like, it was like an Italians, like they're all Italians at a pizza shop. It wasn't like
they're all Italians.
but, like,
the only
but
angry
there's,
ones are
there's,
Italians.
Like 3 or 4 people I'm playing with that are like these Italians I don't know in a town I don't know, who I just rode in with the black, and I'm like just some like Irish white kid, like
Some
like,
honky.
If you think about it, like they it's like, "Black guy, is this guy with you?" I mean, I just drove him because he had money, bro. That's what you told me to do. Break people with money. That's what you told me to do, man. You raised on an 8-10 offsuit. So I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I like that hand. And he's like, "Huh?" So that's some bullshit right there. And like, it was like sour the whole rest of the night on me. Like, didn't really like.
Oh,
like,
dude.
I don't even remember what. If I'm pretty sure I lost because some guy just kept buying back in. Some rich guy who actually found out was
Dude,
like, I don't know
that
story, but
that's what happens with some people that are just poor ass losers. I mean, even when we play games,
he's
we
like,
find
"I'm
so
all
many
in."
poor ass losers that can't handle it. They just can't.
He
They
got
can't
so
fucking
pissed at
handle
me. I
it.
was like,
Okay,
yeah, raised
Zodiac.
it.
Zodiac, we need to get you in here. How many sore ass losers did we play against that we beat their ass and then we told them off afterwards? Just because
Oh, all the time back in the day, yeah.
I can't even count how many people we put down and insulted after they insulted us, and then we kicked their ass in the game too.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
was
remember all those
it was
days. I
pathetic how
remember
many
losing,
people
too.
that are out there like
Same.
that.
I don't want to put us up like we're like the cockiest people in the world, but like there was games where these people would talk smack.
Oh
and
yeah,
just
there's
got
games we lost
smacked.
too, but I mean the majority of the time when we come together as the clan together, it's
Well, when we had Chewy and Robinson, I mean, those guys are good too.
Glory days.
well, we'll get that back together again at some point. I think we just need to stick to the customized thing if we're going to have other people. Because that's what I was saying to Agmar the other night after Zodiac, after you left. I was like, we just need to go back to custom nights because people just love that. Like custom ghost nights or something like that. Once a week, bam. We have it there.
Like
everybody gets there.
Outside. I would much rather have a night where all of us could go play a pickup soccer game. Fortunately, we live too far away to do that. But I'm just saying, like, I would much rather do it. Bring my daughter, you bring your kids. Like we could all just.
Well, that's why I said we need to have a meetup. We need to have some kind of meetup, and that's what I was talking about last year.
Telling you, you guys got to come up here. Was it next summer?
What we need to do is we need to have somebody build the idea of a teleportation device.
Hacks.
Teleportation is the way of the future. It eliminates all material transfer, gas. It just eliminates anything carbon burning.
Dude, it's just a cloning device. You just clone your materials and create it somewhere else and destroy yourself there.
I'm okay with that.
You might literally die right there, and then somebody else is you. It's like a twin. It's like a twin.
It's like still in Borderlands idea on how it does it.
Yeah, that's essentially how it worked in Borderlands. It seems like you have died. We've reconstructed you. For a fee, of course.
No, seriously though. I mean, if your soul or your spirit is attached to the human realm of the body, and you destroy it, is it going to like reconnect to the materials that are somewhere else? It's going to like zap over there?
I can answer that question with a question trigger. Is the universe
that doesn't fucking help.
Is the universe a hard drive, or is it a whole computer mainframe?
Well, it'd be a whole computer mainframe.
Okay.
So you're telling me that you're answering my question with that. So you're saying that it's going to automatically reconnect to what it's digitally signed to, right? That's what you're trying to have me get at, right?
That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, you have figured it out.
It wasn't that hard.
Thanks for letting an infamous know what he meant.
Boom, boom, fellas.
No, I joke around too much to try to fool people, but I can figure out what you're saying pretty quickly. So.
I think that's over my head. I would catch it.
No, but I mean, I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, it could automatically teleport over to it and zap into that place, but you have to test that out. If it hasn't been done before,
Well, that's if you believe in a soul.
I'm basically saying like Trigger, is the universe on a giant hard drive, or is the universe a construction through a program that's happening right now?
Or is it just a twinkle in a kitten's eye?
I'm saying like if the universe is on a hard drive, then yeah, I understand what you're saying. We could technically eliminate the data from one area and reprogram the data in another area. But since it's just an open matter program, it's more along the lines of you have to like use what we got. I don't think you can just teleport things like recreate it. That would be like laser. No. You mean like a laser printer, like a giant laser printer?
Yeah, you need a gate
that has multiple elements.
Like in Cowboy Bebop with the space, with the warp gates, or what were those gates?
I think that's going to happen. That will be the first thing that will really happen. Wormhole highways that are just even, giant.
If you watch the fifth,
that is still real.
Here, let's talk about this for a second, like warp drives and things like that. If you look at the Fifth Element and really look at it, you're going to see that as soon as they go to Floston Paradise, they put them in a sleeping chamber. What that does is it hibernates their body and their cells for that long-ass flight. Otherwise, it'd be like I don't know how many years or whatever. But they basically go into warp speed when they go to that next planet because it's just too damn far away. It would take years. But they're there in like a matter of a day or two. But they have to go into a sleep hibernation so they don't age. And so when they
I think
slide
that I think that a typical advanced planet around it will have all these warp holes. I think the trick is finding where these small elements they pop in and out, right? And they'll pop in one area in space and they'll pop in another area in space. And if you could map that tiny element out where they pop in one area and they pop in another, and you were able to slice that tiny little at the right moment, you could get through to the data where, and that then you split that open and you have these holes, and that's like essentially what these wormholes are. And
Yeah.
I think like real advanced planets have like them everywhere. Like they're just everywhere.
Well,
Like they
yeah,
become
and
highways.
I think, and
They-
even Zodiac and I, we watched the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and this would be a really interesting conversation to have too. But I think as far as wormholes go, I think what you basically need is a gigantic fucking slip and slide of non-material, obtrusing your way, where you can just slide on in faster. It's like lubing up the area before you try to penetrate. It just goes in so much faster, and that's like what you need for a warp drive. I think I'm onto
couldn't
something
begin
here.
to speculate what you would need to to functionally rip a hole in time and space.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying. What we need to do is
you
we
need fast penetration, and you need to be able to guarantee you're going to hit that other end.
What you need to do is you need to be able to tag atoms. You need to be able to tag the pop outs, these tiny little pieces of the atom that pop in and out. You need to be able to mark one and
Yeah,
then
well,
find
you know how
Yeah,
mag-
is that
you
a
know
real
how
thing or
trains
something you're just thinking of?
Do you know how trains use mag wheels or the magnetic track to push it? Where you're just kind of sliding over
Yeah.
magnetism. It's the magnetism that's helping push, because you can use a what is that circuit called? I can't remember the name of the circuit, but the circuit will switch every once in a while to change, to help change the polarity of the magnetism to make something move. And if you can guide that in outer space, you could literally guide something like at supersonic warp drive speeds. But if you can manipulate the elements around it, that's why when you see when those warp drive, they have these giant rings they're going through. That's like forcing the elements to go faster than what they're capable of doing.
Well,
But
you think without friction, everything's just friction. I mean, without friction,
If you have no
speed is
friction, that's why those magnetic the trains that are floating on magnetism, they go so much faster because there's less friction. Magnetism force does have some friction to it, but it's not as much as almost everything else that we already know. It's so small and it's invisible. You can't see it.
My question is it possible to send data on light photons?
Yeah, light, and they already have fiber optics, so they send it through light. You can, I mean, if you did like Morse code with a flashlight, that's almost the same principle, but if you could control that through the atmosphere and be accurate. You see where we're going with this, though?
Yeah, I think it's just just
I'm starting to
complex
get a little
equations.
lost.
I think
Oh,
that
okay.
we need to really realize that the true language is math, and we need to spend more time with our future generations, focusing less on history and all the problems, and
exactly, like the Guardians of
just
the Galaxy,
focus
like,
on more morals and math, and
But BC,
structure.
did you see that movie?
No.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I don't know if you want any spoilers. It's number 2.
Go ahead, shoot me.
Okay, Zodiac, go ahead and shoot him with the whole God theory here, because we got a lot to say with that one.
Sorry, which one?
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Kurt Russell as a
Oh,
god.
it's Kurt Russell being God.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you had said God with a little g. One of
I know.
many.
But look
It's a
at how it
lesser
started
god.
with him. Look, I mean, just describe how that all started with him.
Oh, what we were saying the other day
Mm-hmm.
about how it was basically the same theory that Supernatural ran with as far as why God created people. It's just got bored and lonely.
Yeah, And that's what I was saying
But
too.
he's not saying that he created humanity, though. He went out and tried to create more of himself via other races.
Exactly. That's why he said lower G, because he realized he wasn't the main thing, but he came into consciousness. And this is what I've been saying to people for quite some time, because if you look at certain religions, like the Catholic religion will look at it like a mystery, but other religions will just be like, well, we don't really know. But the movie makes a lot of sense, and this is what I've thought for the longest time, was that he was just, nothingness was there, but he just pulled himself together like a magnetic force. And the elements themselves became sentient. And that's kind of how they show that in the movie too,
Yep.
And, but I mean, the movie shows him like he realized there were other things like him, but he had that divine spark. He was a celestial, where he could just create things. And it just makes me wonder, like, and that's what you said with Supernatural just makes sense. It's like God just came into being. He understood that he could do things, and he decided to make some friends. And it's just like
that's basically what happened in Supernatural. And eventually, by the time the main character's like met God, he didn't want to be called God. It's like, no, just call me Chuck. Like, no, I don't want to be God anymore. I just want to be Chuck.
Yeah, he just wants to be, one of the boys. He wants to, have some friends. But I mean, if you look at everything from a small molecular level, like, people that believe in evolution, it all started off as a small thing, got bigger and bigger and bigger. Everything keeps absorbing something else until it gets bigger. If you look at like the whole food chain of everything.
Yeah, essentially.
And it's like he's creating these little things to get bigger and bigger to see what they do. And after a while, he's like, oh, let's give them the ability to think against their own nature and see what they would do. I would say that's like the ultimate ability to make something that could think for itself. It's like how we want to make an AI, and we want to feel, because the scientists, they want to feel godlike with making an AI that can think and choose for itself. But we have these human standards that say, okay, well, the AI has to definitely be programmed that it will not kill us because we've seen too many Terminator movies.
Right.
And,
My question is,
Those are warnings, not just movies.
yeah.
my question is, animals versus plants, and even fungi and stuff. Like, we have these different what is the word for them? Plant kingdom.
Fungi?
Is it kingdoms? Is it kingdoms? I guess kingdoms. Plant kingdom.
Yeah, the kingdoms.
Being flora and
kingdom.
fauna.
The plant kingdom,
alright.
the animal kingdom.
I see how humans can come from, monkeys and all that. We have the same general everything of them, and all that. And then I could even see how we could eventually have come from, we all still have eyes and a nose and a mouth in the same general location as most other animals, and except for like the squid and stuff like that, those rarities. But for the most part, we're all built pretty much same way. And then you adapt to the situation. So I get how animals all got here. And I even see the same way that plants did the same thing. I mean, some of them grew thorns so they could stay strong. Some of them, the berries, but the berries had to come because the animals, like for a plant to evolve berries, animals had to have existed. Something would have had to want to be enticed to eat the berry to spread the seed. So the idea that these plants all evolved all these berries millions of years ago, it's like then animals would have had to be I'm just saying, like small insect. Maybe it was during the insect there. I don't know. Maybe insects ate. I don't exactly know how it all played out, but I can't necessarily see how humans also evolved the same way as like trees and stuff. Like I see how all trees or any plant
We did.
like, but I mean that's a completely different idea of how life has formed on our planet. These are two different forms. I can even see how the eel is like us from, we eventually merged, jump out of the pools, and we evolved different ways, and we're related to the same turtle, the lizard, the one that should have evolved. The lizard should have evolved and become dominant, and it did for so long. But then, for somehow the trees, like no one really cares about the evolution of the trees. Follow the evolution of the trees, and I think you'd see a lot more of the evolution of the humans. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing that I've been thinking about for quite some time, and it's even discussing it with you guys. It sounds almost crazy, but it's like if we did evolve from something, I almost think we possibly evolved from trees more than animals.
I don't think trees have
I don't think
evolved
so.
much. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Trees evolve like crazy. That's what I'm saying. That every
But I
single
mean, we're the only species that just stands upright. We don't have claws. We don't have defensive mechanisms. We're not constantly hairy.
It's all random. It's random for trees because the male and the female seed just fall next to each other, and they offspring a type of tree with that. It just happens to be like that. It's just luck, you know. It's all luck and random for nature, but
I don't
for
know.
humans,
It's interesting with some. I mean, with some of the lore.
Depends on, you know, whether
I'm
they're
sorry.
more dominant or what.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say it's interesting with some of the lore, like dryads and things like that, with tree spirits or things like that. You know, and like I even saw the movie King Arthur, and like some of the trees are like coming alive, and people are coming out of the trees and walking around, and it's, you know, it just. I don't know. It just feels like that would be more. To me, that feels more realistic than.
Yeah, you know why that doesn't happen anymore? Because we don't bury people underneath trees and allow the trees to eat the bodies of the dead anymore.
No, but that was interesting because
which was
this is
basically what I wanted to talk about originally.
That's how we bury
exactly.
them.
That was the whole point of this conversation we were going to do.
Yeah, we'll cover it next week.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah,
We finally got there.
We got there.
Dead? Are you saying that that's how it happens?
What?
That trees can project ghosts? That like plants
Haunted
can project
forests?
ghosts?
Haunted forests? I would say.
Is there a connection that plants that consume the dead are able to regenerate their memories
I don't think so.
into our minds?
I think you're the only one who said that.
You're saying the trees absorb the souls and then we make haunted forests. Okay.
Yeah. Look how many haunted times there's things around. Trees are, you know, wherever there's trees, there's ghosts. Just saying.
Well, look at the suicide forest. Look at the suicide forest and how many movies are made on that. So I think with the trees absorbing the spirits of the dead, well, there could be some idea to that, but I can't confirm it.
Yeah, but trees are all connected through root networking, and they pass it on to the bigger trees, and the bigger trees can actually, you know, make things happen. They can do things. We don't know much about it. Where's the brain on a tree? Where is it?
Doesn't have one.
But it still grows, and it still knows what to do, and it still looks towards the sun for the energy, and it's, you know.
Well, it still feels. I mean,
But it has
there
no
is
brain. It's just
I mean, there is
like-
fungus that can infect like insect, like an ant, and force it to walk to the highest point, and then start to sprout through the ant or the insect that it's infected, and it'll start to grow into whatever tree or fungus it is. You know, I wish I remember the name, but yeah,
there's so many cool little things with, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the evolution gets so complex with all that because there's so many different ways to survive. Life on an easily survivable planet is going to produce a lot of different types of animals because it's just so easy to survive.
Yeah.
I mean, anything works, you know? It's not always natural selection will kill off the ones that don't work, but sometimes even the ones that weren't the best designed still worked. And, you know, they worked in a weird way and they continue working, and then it becomes a pack because, you know, it worked. And it just, that's how evolution happens in my mind. But
yeah,
again, I'm saying like with fungus too, like, you know, fungus is a very strange thing. Like how easily it grows in the right conditions in areas that if you leave a cup out, you know, it can grow this fungus. And it's like nothing but planted there. It's just in the air. You know, like
Oh yeah, like moss fungus only grows on the north side. 'Cause it doesn't want to face the south. Doesn't want to face the sun.
Yeah.
Guess it's all basically to do with the sun. The sun is always
Yeah, a
hitting
lot
it.
of
It's
it's-
not going to grow.
Yeah, the sun's like just the right. Maybe the sun creates the evolution. The sun's like UV rays, like
Well,
create
what if the fungus is
the
anti?
things like slightly. That's what creates the evolving process of it.
I mean, if you think
Well,
about
yeah,
it, you shouldn't be breathing in fungus spores at all. There was a case of person that
I thought
that
about
was
that
breathing
too.
in bread fungus spores, and it ate away at his whole face. His nose had to be surgically removed, and everything. It was disgusting to look at. But like you can't breathe in fungus. It's not good for your health. It's not good for you at all. What if fungus
I thought about that
is the
too,
opposite
that
of life?
There are death factors and stuff like that. That's what I talked about before, though. If you had the right supply of oxygen, you supply it, and you ate the right foods, I mean, and you do the right exercises, who's to say you can't just keep staying alive? I mean, like, people are like, nah, your heart would but it's
Well,
like,
that's what
why
secret
does it-
societies are
why
trying
does
to
it
do all
wear
the
and
time,
tear
man. That's what they try. That's their goal. But there's only so much you can do. Basically, everybody thinks it's all based upon eating. There's more to it than that.
you
But,
think there's probably some guy who's in this universe that was born
And Zodiac
in,
saying
like,
that he wants to
19
shut down here.
1950.
I got to
And-
roll. We're at an hour and a half. And I
So
gotta
let me
get to bed.
just tell me if you believe this, that there's a man who was born in like the 1950s who by like the 1970s they were able to cryogenically freeze him and they awaken him like once every couple years, and he is like super
Like Apocalypse?
young, but he lives like, and he's definitely born.
No, I
Oh
don't
no,
believe
there.
that.
I
No,
believe
I
that there
just
are.
I just saw this story
I
about
definitely believe there are.
a story about Christensen something. I don't know what the hell his name is, but he was back in the 1700s, and he was talking about living forever. And damn it, I gotta go on my history right now and check this out.
Well, we can
'cause I
talk
was
about
watching
another
this.
day about. I mean, that's what you want to talk about, right? Zombies living forever. Next episode.
Well,
No, we were
it's
talking about
bear-
burial procedures.
Oh, burial
Well, we could-
procedures.
Why
and all
would we
that.
bother to bury people pumped full of chemicals anymore?
Yeah. Well,
At
we could
this
talk
day and
about
age.
burial and immortality. How about that? We do that next week.
Burial and immortality next week. I think that's a good one.
That'd be a great.
Sounds good to me.
What was our topic
'Cause-
this week?
It was supposed to be that.
Well,
And I came along.
We got
Here-
off the rails real fast.
here it is. The Count of Saint Germain. The
Jackson?
Countess. No, literally, the Count of Saint Germain. So.
Where this train's going, we don't need rails.
All right, so I guess basically tonight's topic was about me fantasizing about Milla Jovovich and possibilities, and what BC's talking about, and
Whatever I'm
what
talking
else?
about.
Whatever you're
Let's
talking
get
about.
together, people. Let's save the planet. And not
Okay, Captain
build
Planet.
Was that the overall point?
I
Yeah.
guess.
I had
we were-
trouble
we were-
following.
I think we were talking about God and the concept of creation and.
I like the letter M. We have a match
I
for
love-
you.
I'll have to listen to this
Right.
again. And oh my gosh. Okay.
M is for Milla. That's good enough for me.
Willing to take the gamble.
So it was about gambling.
It was a long rambling show. We covered a lot.
Rambling
Yep.
and Milla Jovovich.
Yep.
Okay,
It's all about the odds.
I know how to title this now. So
Outstanding. Well,
Remember, I talked-
at least
remember
we
I
had a
told you
topic
it's all
for
in the
next week.
title.
Let's try and remember it.
It's all in the title. Remember, I told you that, so don't blow it.
It's out there now.
all right. Well, just as long as we do what.
Take us away, Trigger.
As long as we do what, I say a lot of the time we play our games.
Take
don't
us
fuck it
away,
up.
Zodiac.
Trigger, you failed.
No, you're the
Well,
outro.
thanks
I'm the
for
intro.
listening to this one. Yeah, this is me
Oh man,
doing the
don't-
outro. Until next week, I'm the Zodiac. Follow us on Twitter @I'm the Zodiac. We'll keep you up to date.
Yep, and definitely stay tuned on YouTube for this, on YouTube as well. And for my channel, Veracity Trigger, and also the Minds.com. We have a new website we're using as well. It's pretty cool, so check it out.
It seems okay. I haven't signed up yet.
Jerk.
This is the first I've heard about it.
Well, we don't keep you informed. We trained him wrong, as a joke.